Hello! Welcome to Field Trip Friday, and happy spring! You might have noticed that you've been hearing a lot of birds recently. So, we're going to read the book Ruby's Birds and then do an activity. So let's get started.
Ruby's Birds by Maya Thompson and illustrated by Claudia Davila. School's out. Mom and Dad are at work. My brother, Malik, is at soccer practice. Grandma's at her spot near the window. Alex keeps her company. Things are too quiet around here. I know what to do. I play the piano, the piece my parents say is very grown up. I practice my dance routine, the one Malik calls stomping. I talk with Alex in the secret language Grandma taught us. I sing at the top of my lungs the song I made up myself. My neighbor Eva from downstairs hears everything. She calls up from her window, "Ruby, want to go to the park?" "Yes, yes, 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 yes," I sing. We pass my favorite bakery. We pass Cece's apartment. We walk right past my regular park, the one with the twisty slide and the sprinklers. I guess Eva is going to a different park. I skip to keep up. I follow her all the way to Central Park, where my parents sometimes take us on Sundays when we're all dressed up. Eva's going to the woods. I've never been that way. We sing made-up songs about joggers and strollers and fancy dogs. Suddenly, Eva stops. She looks up. She is listening. I quiet down and I listen too. What's wrong, I wonder? I hear a police car, a plane, some barking. I tug on Eva's sleeve, but she's not paying attention. She holds her binoculars up to her eyes. She's frozen like a statue. And then she smiles a huge smile. I guess everything's okay, so I start singing again. "Ruby," Eva sighs. "You scared him away." "Who did I scare away?" I ask. Eva flops down on a bench. I sit too. "It's a bird I've only ever seen back home in Costa Rica," she says. "He's just stopping through on his way north because this is the best patch of woods for miles around. He's quite a singer, just like you." If you stay quiet, we may be able to find him again. He's a golden-winged warbler. I nod. I don't say a word. Or sing a word, either. It sounds like something from a fairy tale. We move carefully. We're serious. We pay attention. We watch for tiny movements in the leaves. We try and try. "No luck today," says Eva. "But now you know what to do." I sing myself to sleep as usual. On Sunday morning, I beg for a walk to Central Park. Malik's not interested, but it's family time, so he has to come anyway. We pass the bodega. We pass the theater. I sing my song, my family listens along. At the park, I lead them straight to the woods. I'm silent, I'm serious, I'm paying attention. I hear a rustle in the leaves. Shh, I say. Just like Eva, I'm frozen like a statue. A tiny bird pops out of the leaves. It looks one way, then the other, then right at me. I can't help it. I get that huge smile just like Eva's. Look, I yell. Ah, yes, says Grandma. I saw a warbler, I sing as he flies away.
I'm glad Ruby was able to spot her bird. Today's activity is going to help us attract some birds of our own. We're going to make a hummingbird feeder. Hummingbirds are really tiny birds that like to drink nectar out of flowers. And they get their name because they flap their wings so fast that they sound like they're humming. For your hummingbird feeder, you're of course going to need hummingbird food. And to make the food, you're going to need some help from an adult. All it is a 1/4 cup of sugar mixed into a cup of boiling water. So make sure you get an adult to help you since boiling water is very hot. While you wait for it to cool, you can create your bird feeder using an empty spice jar, and you want one that has a shaker lid, the one with the holes in it. Just wash it out, peel off the label, and that's ready to go. You'll also want some permanent markers if you want to decorate your bird feeder, a pair of scissors, and some string to hang it with. All you're going to do is cut off the closing part of your jar lid. So now you just have the lid with holes where the birds can drink from, and this will hold your bird food. And you're going to take your markers and decorate it however you want. So I've just finished decorating my container. Now we're going to attach our string so we can hang it up. So I'm going to just make sure that I have 2 pieces here. Just like this. And you just want them to be long enough that you can wrap it all the way around the jar, tie it, and you want some extra to be able to hang it. So I'm going to start with my first piece and wrap it around the top of the jar here. And tie it on nice and tight. Just like that. And then I'm going to take the other piece, make sure that the ends are on the opposite side, and do the same thing, tie it on nice and tight. Just like that. Now I'm just going to take the ends and tie them together. So now it'll hang nice and flat. And the last step is to take your food and very carefully pour it in. You want to make sure that you fill it up to the top as close as you can. That way they can reach it easily. Put your lid back on, and then you'll very carefully hang it up outside. So have fun making your bird feeder. I hope you see lots of hummingbirds, and we'll see you again soon for Field Trip Friday.